living in the water off Maine's coast, but we can't see it. It's called microplastic, and it's causing problems. I'll explain.
Guys, we made it. It's the very last day of Maine Restaurant Week, and I am in beautiful Camden for my last stop. This is News Center now.
Item that's now banned in many Maine communities, or shoppers have to pay a fee to use them. We're talking about plastic bags. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Mills.
And I'm Lee Nelson. Glad you're with us this evening. In Waterville, the fight over whether to charge a fee per bag was taken all the way to the Maine Supreme Judicial Court. But yesterday the case was dismissed. Challengers failed to file a formal complaint by the deadline. All this amid a new push to ban the bags statewide. Researchers say they're harmful to the environment, especially the ocean. How bad is the impact in Maine? We verify. Amid a nationwide movement to eliminate the use of plastic bags, momentum appears to be picking up in Maine. More and more communities are charging fees or banning them altogether. Why? Many point to environmental concerns, specifically for our ocean. But is there a negative impact of plastic bags off the coast of Maine? It's a question we received from viewer Sue P.
It's a global problem.
Our source is Dr. Susan Shaw.
I'm an environmental health scientist, marine toxicologist, and the founder of the Shaw Institute that's based in Blue Hill.
After collecting 900 samples of water off Maine's coast, her research team discovered there is definitely plastic in the water, microplastic. The fragments are invisible and are the result of all plastics, not just bags, breaking down over time.
Once the microplastics get into the environment, they're permanently there.
They found an average of 17 pieces of microplastic per liter of seawater off Maine's coast. But it's what they discovered next that raises a red flag for seafood lovers.
177 pieces of microplastics in a single oyster and a single mussel.
That means we're consuming microplastics too.
That has set off a major alarm about what are the human health impacts of these plastics going into our bodies. The implications of that are unknown.
Dr. Shaw says more research to find out is urgent, and researchers at the University of New England are echoing that call to action as part of a marine plastic study recently conducted there. So we can verify plastic is present off the coast of Maine.
I eat oysters. I love oysters.
And it's impacting marine life, including the seafood we eat. So if you have something you want us to verify, drop us an email at asknow@newscentermaine.com.
Interesting. She loves oysters. I love oysters.
I sure do too, and mussels. Oysters. I know. It's almost that time that feels like it's nice enough to be enjoying those outside, doesn't it? I know,
that would be good. Well, Keith, it has been warm and sunny today. Nice oyster day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or mussels. That's why she married. That's why you married Claire, right?
Yeah.
Mussels.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what we got up to today. It was actually a pretty nice day. A lot of sunshine. 40 in Portland, officially 39 in Wiscasset, into the upper 20s to around 30 degrees in the mountains. But it was a bright day, and so it felt a little bit warmer than that. Currently still sitting near our high temperatures. We talked about this yesterday. Now with the clock getting pushed back, we're going to keep the warmth a little bit later in the day, and so your temperatures won't start waning that early. It'll be another hour or so before they really start going downhill. Wind gusts, it's still a little breezy out there, 20 miles an hour in Wiscasset, 28 in Greenville. Not enough to do any damage, certainly, but just a little breezy here and there. Visible satellite looks clean, and it will be clear through the rest of the day. Clear overnight tonight as well, and we start with sunshine tomorrow. We will probably see some late clouds working in tomorrow afternoon after an otherwise bright day that's similar to today. We should get into the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. A warm front nudges through on Wednesday night, so we could see a snow flurry or a rain shower overnight. Not a big deal. Then we're into the warm sector on Thursday. We fight a little bit of cloud cover on Thursday, but we do get into the 40s there, and then our next system comes in on Friday. We will be in the 50s though on Friday, and guys, this little rain event has slowed down a bit, so we could get even warmer than 50. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
Wow, that'd be good. All right, Keith, thanks. See you in a bit. New York's Attorney General has opened a civil investigation into President Trump's business dealings. A person familiar with the inquiry says Attorney General Letitia James issued subpoenas to 2 banks seeking records related to 4 Trump real estate projects in his failed bid to buy the Buffalo Bills and the NFL. Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, told Congress that Trump exaggerated his wealth on documents when he was trying to buy the Bills.
The European Aviation Safety Agency is grounding all Boeing 737 MAX 8 and 9 model aircraft following 2 deadly crashes. The decision applies to all European Union airspace. Authorities say it's possible similar causes may have contributed to both events.
So getting into a good college, it's important, sure, but it appears some adults are fine with breaking the rules to get kids into top universities. This as the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, begins investigating claims against college coaches and administrators that they accepted bribes from parents to admit their kids. This scandal is really blowing up. Investigators say in some cases parents were spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions, to get their kids in. The coaches are accused of taking that money and then falsifying athletic credentials, saying the students were recruited to play sports when they weren't.
Actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are among the 50 people charged. And of course, the internet is having a field day with this one, with these memes you have there. Okay, guys, Honda drivers, you want to listen to this heads up. The auto company announcing a massive recall impacting 1.2 million vehicles. It's to replace defective Takata airbags on the driver's side. The vehicles involved in the recall were previously repaired using specific Takata airbags with a moisture-absorbing chemical believed to be safe, but apparently not safe enough. The recall involves certain Honda and Acura models from 2001 to 2016. You'll get a notification in the mail if your vehicle is involved.
Maine Senator Angus King has finished up his last round of radiation in his treatment for prostate cancer. He's been going to George Washington University Hospital every weekday morning at 5:30 for more than 2 months. The senator posted that picture this morning, thanking the hospital staff and everybody else who helped him get through it. He had prostate surgery 4 years ago, but had what he called a residual recurrence recently.
Happy birthday today to the internet, the World Wide Web, turning 30. When it comes to growing pains, it's no exception with issues of hate speech, privacy concerns, and state-sponsored hacking. Tim Berners-Lee joined a celebration today of the World Wide Web and reminisced about where he invented it at the CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, beginning with a proposal published on March 12, 1989. As far as the next 30 years go, he says he's calling on governments, companies, and us, people, to work together. He wants the web to become more accessible to those who can't get it. Good. Coming up, we're going to meet the artist that goes by Picasso.
And napping is an art too, you know. We'll check out a business that's designed to make the best nap possible for you.
For that.
All right.
So first of all,
what we got going here?
I want to say thank you to Gail. Gail says, interview Garrett Stewart, aka Captain Planet in Florida, Eco Planet Project. This topic of plastic pollution is serious. I wonder if he has a Maine connection. Do you think he has a Maine connection, Gail? If so, I'd love to reach out to him. Charlene's dreaming of steamers from Waldoboro. Steamers are a good vessel for butter.
I'm still trying to figure this out, how to make this work. So are you looking here?
Yeah.
Hello,
so you're,
out there, but I'm just
perfect.
not seeing the same comments that you're saying.
If you click on the video, it should pop up, and then it'll be on the right side. Unless it's, yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Now
I got it.
Oh,
Hopefully.
Deborah, happy birthday. Today's her birthday, same as the internet.
And the internet was 30, right? So
yep.
There you go. Which is hilarious.
Oh, I
can remember too. I can remember doing a story and reading a website for the first time and saying for more information and going, is anybody going to do that? Is anybody?
Right?
Times have changed. That's unbelievable.
You know, it's funny because I remember having the argument actually in a college class about tablets and iPads. And I thought kind of similar thinking, like no one's going to sit there and punch at a tablet or a keyboard, and here we are doing just that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with tablets, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I still prefer the keyboard.
Yeah.
I think, you know, because you put your thumbs on these things, and you accidentally like X out of the page all the time. It happens to me all the time.
And they are, as you guys know, there are scripts. So when those go away, you're a little shocked for a second. You know, I need that back, just in case, because we all know this doesn't work all the time.
If it works 70% of the time, it's good.
Exactly. Sandy is letting us know about a scam that's going around, saying she's been approved to receive a loan. You'll get $10,000 a month. It tells you to go to Walmart. They called her directly to her voicemail. So Sandy, thanks for giving us the heads up. We'll look into it.
Stand by on 9.
Who reads this?
A rescued pig in South Africa named Picasso has become an art sensation. Her paintings selling for quite a bit of money too. Holding a paintbrush in her snout, the sow tosses her head to create a bright, bold stroke or several strokes on the canvas. Picasso was rescued from a slaughterhouse as a piglet and brought to a South African animal sanctuary 3 years ago. Her paintings can sell for almost $4,000. The proceeds benefit animal welfare.
I'd like to see a check for $4,000 that was actually written for that painting.
No kidding.
All right. And I wanted to see this too. Somebody in Texas caught on video over the weekend transporting a horse in the back of a regular old pickup truck. No trailer, the bed of the truck, okay? A witness said she was driving, so she had to have her child record the video while they were on their way to a gymnastics meet. Apparently the pickup driver pulled into a Whataburger, that's a fast food chain down there, and later was caught on camera getting questioned by a state trooper.
You know that song, Save a Horse? Why don't you save the horse and put it in the proper trailer?
I know, you know, one quick action, you have to hit the brake or anything like that, you get a major problem.
A little risky.
That's not too cool, actually. No. All right, up next, we're going to get cooking with Cam, another year closing out of Maine Restaurant Week.
And Keith returns with his forecast.
You hear the song in your head?
Oh my God, Keith.
What's the song?
It's inappropriate. I thought I was being inappropriate with my song reference. Is that an Eminem song? No.
Which one?
The one you referenced.
No, it's like Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
It's a what? What did you say?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
I guess not Justin Timberlake.
So, yes, and do we? Oh no, it's Keith, right? Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, we're going to be in the newsroom with Cam first.
Right. So, got it. Got last day restaurant week, Cams.
So guys, we're taking a walk. Right. Paul says, today it's Picasso, tomorrow Chicken Van Gogh. Thanks for watching, Riley. Hey, Justin. I know, Deborah, it is kind of terrible, isn't it?
I'm sorry? What was that, Bill? Yep, okay.
I can get my little...
The illusion that you're all the same.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
Does anyone have any paper I have white balance?
Yeah, check.
You're gonna ad-lib this?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Thank you.
Samesies. Samesies.
Am I perching again? Like so? That was
Right.
the question. Am I perching?
Yeah, you gorge.
Oh, right.
Huh? Oh. What happened to the monitors?
Oh, yeah.
You need another lighter?
No, it's just I have a hard time seeing what I'm shooting. There's a bar in my way. It's on autofocus, so I can't check it. Stand by.
So it's the last day of Maine Restaurant Week. Restaurant Week. Boy, that's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Restaurant Week for 2019, and our Cam O'Brien, our foodie with food allergies, has been literally all over the place.
Restaurant's one of those words I always have to double check how I'm spelling it as well. It's one of those tricky
Yeah,
things.
you know what? I do that too.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to say restaurant
Right.
when I'm writing it.
Right.
Anyway, Cam's cooking up a pretty tricky dish because she has all those allergies, and so this is a dish that's pretty friendly for even those suffering from allergies, right, Cam?
Yeah, no, and it, you know, I'll tell you this, it's been such a fun 12 days because all I've done is eat. But as a newbie to the state, it's been such a fantastic way to travel the state and learn about the cuisine. So I went to Natalie's in Camden today, and they said that Maine Restaurant Week has been absolutely fabulous for them. Their executive sous chef, Ufit Ralph, headed up this year's Restaurant Week menu, and it's simple cooking executed perfectly with local ingredients, and it's a bargain at 45 bucks. Because get this, you get your appetizer, entree, and dessert, but then you get things like hors d'oeuvres and amuse-bouches in between. So it's a lot of food for the dollar. And Ufit also has a severe allergy. She uses an EpiPen, so she knows what it means to have to live with that, and she makes sure that her guests can be accommodated. So tell me what we're making today.
Today we're going to have a piece of codfish, actually it's like a local, and we're going to make it with lentils, leeks, and some herbs, and it is gluten-free and dairy-free.
Awesome, and the cod's on the Restaurant Week menu.
Yes, and then our regular menu as well.
First step, prepare the lentils. In goes the olive oil, then the shallots.
We're just going to add our lentils, stir it a little bit, get all the shallots and everything all around.
While that cooks on low heat, we get cracking on that fish.
Olive oil, salt, pepper.
Hit it with a little lemon zest.
What you need to do is you want to rub all this goodness to your fish.
Pop that bad boy in the oven at 350 for 8 minutes. Then get the leeks going.
We're going to add red peppers. Red peppers are a great source of vitamin C, and also it adds great color to your food.
Saute that with some white wine and herbs, but not for too long because you want the crunch. Now it's time to plate.
Still, you can see all the peppers and some lemon zest and everything on it.
And finally, the verdict. It's delicious. Like I said, I don't know what else to say.
Good, I'm glad you like it. That's awesome.
Delicious. Y'all, I've learned a lot of things over the past 12 days, and most of them have actually been allergy hacks. Like, if as a person with food allergies, what are 3 things that you want to do? The first thing that you want to do is call ahead when you dine so that the chef knows and the kitchen knows and the managers know that there's someone with an allergy. Also, look at those menus before you go because it gives you a better sense of what you can eat. The second hack is an allergy versus a preference, and this is a big deal for chefs because a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm allergic, and they're not, but it requires so much work on the chef's end. Yeah, it's like, it's new knives, it's new cutting boards, so you want to make sure that if you have an allergy, speak up. If you have a preference, say so. They're not going to treat you differently. They'll give you what you want, but it makes things a lot easier for them. And the third is explore. I have had so much fun going from this state to top to middle half up. You know, I tried my best, but I tried. It was 12 days, y'all, okay? And it's been so fun. You know, explore. There's so many different foods here in Maine to try, so make sure you taste them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Preference versus allergy is pretty interesting because I have
Right?
a friend who she's got a preference.
Yeah.
And they started asking at restaurants. It's one of my great pleasures in life to have her be like, no, I'm just trying not to eat gluten. They're like, okay, it's a lot different. It's a lot different as far as the preparation of the grill and whatnot.
Right.
goes, so.
Right.
Well, Cam, thanks for
Thanks,
the
Cam.
food
Yeah,
tour.
that was really cool.
Very
Looked good.
cool.
Do some weather? What do you
Yeah,
think?
let's do it.
Nice today?
Are we going to have this little spring situation sticking around? Because I like it.
It's a good
I love
question. I'll answer a little bit later. We'll talk about, is winter over? It's a cliffhanger.
Did you just say winter's over?
Is it over?
Oh.
Question mark. 40 in Portland today. Don't get too excitedly. You've been here long enough, you know. 37 in Waterville, 36 in Bangor. Current temperature is about the same. As I mentioned, your daytime highs are going to shift back in the day a bit, and we're going to hold them a little bit longer as the sun angle waits until around 6 to really wane, get weak. Satellite, same deal. Nice and clean out there today. It'll be clear overnight tonight. And we start tomorrow with a lot of sunshine, and it starts very similar to today. But by the afternoon, some more clouds will start rolling in. We should get to around 40 degrees in a lot of spots by 2, 3 o'clock, and then clouds come in. Here comes the warm front, which will give us an isolated snow shower, perhaps a little rain shower activity overnight on Wednesday into Thursday morning. It's not a big deal at all. Then the front gets through and we start warming up into the mid 40s, perhaps even upper 40s in spots on Thursday afternoon. It will be relatively cloudy though by late in the day. And then here comes some rain on Friday. However, the timing of this rain has slowed down a little bit, as I mentioned before, and that's important because it gives us a couple more hours of at least partly cloudy conditions before the showers get in here, which could drive us between 50 and 55 just away from the coastline here. And then some showers move in. It looks light. It's under 1/4 of an inch in most spots as far as rainfall Friday afternoon into Friday night. And then Saturday is partly cloudy, again around 50 with an isolated chance of a shower later in the day. But it's overall a nice day. Brighter day on Sunday, but colder. Okay, so what are we seeing in the mid-range? There's a chance late next week of a system, and the models are keeping it offshore, but it's worth noting that the ingredients are there, the way the jet stream is troughed out, and the way there's high pressure just kind of anchoring there to the west. There could be a storm system late next week, and that would be really the last legitimate chance for a couple of weeks, it looks like, for a major snow event. So if we dodge it next week, it's conceivable that we're done with major snow events. The statistics tell us the earliest we've ever stopped snowing in Portland is February 20th. The average is about now-ish.
Okay. Is it?
But there are many years where, like last year, where it snowed in April. So, but I think if we dodge next week, it gets harder and harder as you drive into late March to get a major storm. So. We'll see if but everybody who's lived in Maine for any period of time is real suspicious.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see.
Absolutely.
What's the price we're going to pay for these nice temps?
That's how you
I
think.
have so much snow in my yard anyway.
Right.
It could be 65 from here on out, and it's going to take a long time.
There's going to be snow in Caribou in July.
Yeah. Ryan's actually working on that story about how much moisture is going to be in all of that snow up north and what it's going to mean perhaps for flooding season. So now Ryan has to do the story. He was just thinking about it.
Right.
Now he has to do it.
Boom. Assigned. All right, Keith, thanks a lot. Hey, yesterday was National Nap Day. Very convenient, the day after daylight saving time to have a little nap. And working in the early mornings, I am an expert on napping.
An expert napper. Well, there is a place in Houston you can go to, and it's designed to help you get the best nap possible. Take a look.
It's National Napping Day, and wouldn't you love to be doing this? We're here at a new business called Nap Bar.
Who isn't sleep deprived after taking a power nap here? This guy isn't.
You don't have to sleep in your car or at work.
And that's the idea behind Nap Bar, a business officially opening next month on Kirby in the West University area of Houston.
We need a place to come and nap and rejuvenate and refresh and just be able to tackle the rest of our day.
Kalia Guillory is the founder of Nap Bar, the first napping facility in Texas. It uses organic mattresses in dark, custom-made pods, where Guillory says sleepers will be safe while getting the white glove treatment.
Have a great nap.
A power nap for 20 minutes will cost you $25. A 26-minute nap will run $32. Why 26 minutes? Well, that has something to do with another Houston-based facility.
NASA conducted a study on sleepy military pilots and astronauts, and they found that a 26-minute power nap increased their productivity by 34%, alertness by 54%.
The nonprofit, the National Sleep Foundation, says napping might not be for everyone, but many could benefit from a midday pick-me-up, especially those not getting the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night. Napping is a natural way to boost memory and reduce stress. To put you in that state, here you get a pair of headphones to listen to sound brain waves.
Sound brain waves help improve your rest, relaxation, and basically unplug.
According to one study, 6% of workplaces had nap rooms in 2011. Guillory says that number today probably hasn't changed much. If your company isn't one of them and you have the time and your boss's permission, you can come here to get some Zzz.
The best time to nap between 11 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon so that your nighttime sleep schedule isn't disturbed. Very much wide awake but dreaming of a nap. I'm Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.
Napping in the middle of the workday, are you one of those people, or are you guys at home those people that if you have to be awake for something, you wake up every hour on the hour and can't really sleep?
If it's something that's not normal in your normal schedule, yes, absolutely.
So sleeping during the workday, I'd be paranoid. I wouldn't wake up.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I can see the ones at your workplace. Maybe, you know, you're just slipping off and doing that. But I don't know about going to a place and, you know, paying to nap. That just seems like it's one step too far.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's see what Cindy's working on for 5:30. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, guys. We're going to begin with a really disturbing case out of Ellsworth. Two teenagers, young, 14 and 16 years old, are facing charges for what they wrote online. Words police believe may have led to a fellow classmate committing suicide. We get a lot more on that and what schools are really trying to do to stop this kind of bullying online. And some countries have grounded all Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes after two major crashes over the last several months. The U.S. has not. So we wanted to know what people flying out of Maine today thought about that, their reaction and more ahead at 5:30. Back to you.
All right, Cindy, thanks so much. Stick with us. Brain drops when we come back.
Not for me.
Bye, Lee.
Bye.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul agrees with you, Lee. He says, why would I pay for a nap? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
You know what you're talking about, Paul. I do know that song, King, but I did not.
Marcia says, I never know exactly when spring has actually arrived until I realize the last few weather events have been rain and the snow is mostly gone.
It's the truck. You'd have to hear the song, you know. Okay, I'm going to scare you, Lindsay. Ready?
Oh, no.
Yay.
Oh, the math.
This is your favorite.
All the math.
The whole Superman.
Honestly,
Statistically, the same way.
I would rather take the math than a statistic or fact telling me that the powers that be will not notify us if an asteroid is coming our way.
I'm really stuck with you, huh?
Yeah, that one made me lose a little sleep. TBH.
It's dark over here.
TBH. I think there's.
It's just not big
Are we
enough,
missing
huh?
a light?
We just need to be able to rotate this because there's
Okay.
two sides. So.
For sure. So we'll just be a little forward today.
Just maybe like this, yeah.
Numbers. Okay, this is in relation to the two deadly plane incidents. Fun fact, when we were actually thought of you when we were flying back because we flew by thunderstorms, which was really fun to watch.
Seat as a meteorologist.
It's cool to see it. Then the other thing, our connection was at Newark in New Jersey, and right after we landed, we got word that there was a very turbulent flight coming in from Turkey to JFK, like not far away from where we were.
Yeah.
And people, like some guy broke his leg.
Oh,
there was blood everywhere. People had to go to the hospital.
Oh, didn't they shut down for? Was that them shutting down for a brief period of time because they had to get out to the runway with EMT?
And they told us on the plane, they had the flight attendants take their seats like way earlier than normal. And they told us to brace for strong turbulence, but it didn't happen to us. And it was like 30 minutes afterwards.
That's been my experience too when they talk about rough air ahead. It doesn't seem that bad. I've never had anything anyone's gotten hurt in.
I'd rather be prepared and then have it not happen than when it comes out of nowhere.
Well, they want you to stay in your seat. That's why they.
Yeah.
You do. I can see why you would not want to be in that bathroom.
Stand by.
Definitely not.
There's no headroom at all.
No. And if that water goes flying everywhere.
Well, don't forget there's not much water in there because of the way, but still, yeah.
But by water, I mean other things.
Yes. All right, so this one is taken from the headlines, obviously, with two deadly crashes in the last 6 months, which is unusual for commercial travel. So this is 2017 statistics. They take a while to actually assimilate some of this stuff. So you might want to zoom in a little bit here. I'm seeing it's hard to see. So these are the numbers. In 2017, 346 deaths via air travel. 0, though, via U.S. air carriers. 1, a commuter carrier, which is under 30 seats, those little kind of, not puddle jumpers, but small. 15 by air taxi, and then 330 of those were general aviation, which means generally single-engine planes or private planes. So most people don't fall into this. So a lot of that happened in places people don't travel. This is fatalities on U.S. roads, 37,000, 13,000 car, 5,000 motorcycle. That's a bad ratio considering the number of motorcycles versus car. Light trucks, and then bus is very, very safe. So as you can see, there aren't that many deaths, but two different ways to look at it. So the accepted way to look at it is travel distance. So you travel 1 billion kilometers, what's your chance of a fatality? And it's very low in air versus car. It's 62 times safer using that measure. However, the argument can be made and has been made, you should talk about hours, which means that it would be only 4 times as safe, and it would make the space shuttle a very dangerous way to travel. So it depends how you look at it. Your chances are lower, but you're not on a plane as much.
Luckily, we're staying on Earth for the most part, I think it's fair to say.
For now.
For now. News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now. Yeah, for now, exactly, until the world ends.
We have to get out.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.